Round 6 is going to be availability, and we can look at this as either one of two ways. One, when both of these figures were released, what major retailers they were at, and how available they were actually, like in terms of online stores. Or we can look at them now, specifically December 2023 or whatever. That being said, because this guy's discontinued, unfortunately, still breaks my heart to say 3 days later, years later. Because he is discontinued, he isn't available at any major retailers anymore. Toys R Us, Target, Walmart, they're all stocked out. He is available, or is going to be available, at maybe at major retailers. I don't know if you are available at major retailers yet, but you are on BBTS. That's like one of the biggest, most popular collectible toy stores of all time online. But if we want to judge it purely on when they were actually at, NECA still wins from, let's say, his initial release versus his initial release. Let's say they were both released at the same time, same retailers, yada yada yada. He would have still won because he actually did go to Toys R Us, things like Best Buy too, and all the other major retailers. I don't think he did. So that being said, he technically takes that win, but again, that was 3 years ago, at minimum. Incoming 4. Time flies by fast, doesn't it? So really, that one's up to speculation because he is because he is discontinued. I'm going to leave it as a tie, unequilibrium, or equilibrium. I mean to say, and round 7 is boxes. Now, cool art makes a whole difference, yes. And as for art, the HIYA Toys definitely has the better art because it actually features some art, like via for the beam, comes with a like nice display, like blue box and everything. I don't have the NECA Godzilla box anymore, but what I can tell you for a fact is that it's followed the style guide of the movie, and it was overall pretty plain when compared to the other King of the Monsters figures that were released around the time. Not just exclusive to NECA, but also Jack Specific and other brands. I think. What other brands picked up the license for KO Team at the time? Can't remember. But that being said, his box wins out a little bit thanks to the fact that it was 5 panel. There was a door, so you could actually. I'm gonna use one of this guy's box for example. Moving him out of the way. It was 5 panel, so you had the art here, and then you could actually open it up and see the actual figure inside, and you could actually see what you were getting before you bought it in specific. So you could check for things like quality. Because what if I buy a HIYA Toys Godzilla and it has a very major paint defect right here? Do I want to buy it? I can't tell because the only way to know what's actually in it is if you open it up. That is a major problem because if the same thing happened with me and this NECA Godzilla, say if there was a big defect here, I went to pick it out, open up the door, there's going to be that one, so I'm going to want the cleaner one if there's more in stock. So with that being said, I feel like packaging, while it is cool that he gets art, I feel like for the consumer, he is more visible for what you can buy, so he's definitely the winner of that aspect. So that's it. Let's do it. Tie up the scores. There was a tie point for Sculpt and Paint. Articulation went to the HIYA. Size went to NECA. Accessories went to I think it was the NECA. Yeah, I think it went to the NECA. There was pretty much a price point for the NECA. Actually, I'm gonna reconsider accessories just to be a tie point, unless we already gave it a tie. I actually completely forgot about that. Okay, so initially I did give the point to NECA, but instead we're gonna actually round up to a tie. So it's Sculpt and Paint for a tie, Articulation went to HIYA, Size went to NECA, Price, accessories went to a tie, Price went to the NECA, Availability went to a tie due to the fact that one is discontinued. And packaging went to the NECA, so that to score 4-6, the NECA is the winner. I know. I am such the professional here. But here's the thing. I am not saying that it is the better figure. In fact, I would say in a lot of aspects, he is better than him. Which one do I prefer overall? It's kind of impossible for me to answer because both of them are so similar. It's just that one is larger than the other. One has more paint than the other. They're both equal as far as posability goes. Their accessories are just their atomic blasts, just with one has this and then the other has an alternate head. That's basically the thing. They're so evenly matched. They're so similar in a lot of ways, and the opposites cancel each other out. But as far as the point by point blow basis, in my opinion, the NECA is the winner here. And even then, there was a lot of reconsideration because the tie for accessories went to the NECA initially. However, really considering how the HIYA can move as well, it's pretty much impossible for me to give the point strictly to NECA, even if it's by a smidge.